Like there was a wild post that I remember reading back in October-ish, where this guy, and I've been having a hard time finding it again, but he was saying back in August, September, October, like we're in 6 to 7. So imagine if this actually is an 8, even with a slight pullback, not a pullback all the way down to the other side of the accumulation cylinder. Like we are pretty close to getting a true blow off top.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Can you zoom in on the schematic because we can't see it?
Yeah.
Or make it larger. So you think we're where?
If you have your bull goggles on and you want to be super, super bullish,
My vision
imagine the
pros.
smell of what 8 feels like.
Yeah. We're not at 8.
Well, not yet, but we could be soon.
Yeah.
I mean, if you follow what pretty much everyone's been saying since '08, the model's changed and now it's just liquidity driven. If, like we're going to double the market or triple the market or whatever, that means a ton more liquidity. We should be able to see that too.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at that M2 chart, SPY over whatever the M2W, whatever it is, like where we are. Let's see if we can find it actually. So it's SPX over. See if I can just find it with M2. I can't remember. Does anybody in chat remember? It's like W2 something.
I don't know. I mean,
there it is. Here it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Like there's still, imagine 1999. Imagine .com bubble for real. Like this could get way stupider, way stupider. And this is something that Citrini talked about in that interview that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
This is a place to be cautious, definitely. But to keep on making the .com bubble comparison, it gets way dumber. And I was watching this YouTube video, and I'll share it in Discord after this. It was basically a documentary about Nortel, the Canadian company, made a bunch of like switches, so they were building the backbone of the internet in the .com bubble.
I heard about this. Yeah.
It blew up Canada so hard. Like it was basically their weight in basically what's like the SPX or the SPY of Canada, they ended up being a majority of the weight, and there was these laws that ended up feeding on top of itself that forced Canadians to buy Canadian stocks instead of being able to put their money into something something that's traded on Wall Street.
CCP-ish.
So it was like a Ponzi, and they were fudging their sales numbers and everything, and it all blew up at the end. Like there's people like that Leduc woman, Sam Leduc, I think it is, that keeps on talking about like Nvidia is going to blow up, like it's going to be the .com bubble. It can be, but Nvidia's got to start fudging their numbers a lot harder, like a Nortel is. And you could argue that they might be helping to that CoreWeave. No, it's not CoreWeave. Some startup company that they're basically selling their equipment to, and they become like a subsidiary of them because of it, basically. But those, we should see more of those. Nortel bought like 20 different companies that all built switches and BS, and then fudged the numbers to improve their earnings numbers and came up with like new metrics for EPS and stuff like that. Like that we should see more of than just one example of that. If you want to make the comparison of Nvidia to Nortel, we should be seeing more just BS numbers. Like this could get way stupider. It's definitely a place to be cautious, but if we're going to keep talking about this being the .com bubble, it gets way dumber.
Right. Yeah, this is just near-time cautious.
No,
Yeah.
crypto Twitter engagement's like dead. It's either that or they've
Really?
changed the macros. But like, if we're in stupid territory, that's where you see the ridiculous timeline feeds. The feed's not covered in Rolexes right now. Like
Yeah.
that's when you want to see when people are posting like 10 guys showing up, all showing their Rolexes together in their new Cybertrucks, of course, with their Vision Pros. That's what I want to see.